Hi guys, my name is Giorgio Rapicavoli. I am the chef and owner of Eating House and Glass and Vine in Miami, Florida. Son of an Italian mother, first generation American. And today I'm going to cook something that I think really represents me as a chef and my cultural heritage. We're going to do a really interesting take on a classic Insalata Caprese, kind of mixed with the panzanella, but taking on a lot of the flavors of Miami as well. And instead of using tomatoes, we're going to use avocado, something that's really wonderful right now. Avocados are excellent. In fact, avocados are probably a little bit better in Miami right now than tomatoes are. So representing Italian cuisine, I think, really represents using proper ingredients in their best time, in their best state. And right now, avocados are amazing. We've got some really nice basil, some locally baked bread, and some burrata that's made for us by La Sirena Gourmet, a local company that makes fresh burrata for the restaurant about a couple times a week. So what we're going to start off with is a take on a panzanella, a classic kind of like Tuscan tomato and bread salad. What I did is I took some really nice locally baked bread and just toasted it off a little bit in the oven. And what we're going to do is we're going to marinate the bread. So a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to add a little bit of Aceto Balsamic vinegar. And to season that, we are going to use a little bit of this. It's called Profumo del Chianti. It's a salt that I purchased when I was in Italy last year. It's made by Dario Cecchini. It's got what he represents, what he thinks Tuscany really tastes like and what the region of Chianti tastes like. So it's got some great salt, a bunch of different fresh herbs. And the bread's still kind of warm, so what we're going to let it do now is just kind of absorb this really nice little vinaigrette. It kind of tastes like when you're starting off in a restaurant, you get the olive oil, the vinegar, the bread, and you're just kind of like wiping it up, doing the scarpetta, but instead you're just gonna get it all in one bite. So next, we're gonna move on to our avocado. This avocado is just really, really wonderful, really ripe. We got lucky with this one. Seed is incredibly small, which is an absolute victory when it comes to avocado. So, probably use about, let's say, half to a whole avocado here. Again, the beauty of this is that you can make this however you want. If you don't like avocado, you got some great berries. Berries would be wonderful. Peaches would be wonderful. It's really just about using and highlighting what you love and what's perfect and in season. So with the avocado, we're just gonna kind of cut it into some interesting shapes, nothing perfect, kind of funky little texture. We've got about 10 pieces of bread, 8 nice pieces of avocado. We'll go ahead and save the rest for another purpose. So now it comes time to really building the dish and plating, right? Which is kind of like the fun part. So what we're gonna use is this kind of marinated bread that's absorbed a lot of the vinegar. Inside it's still gonna crunch, but it's still gonna take some of that flavor on. So we're just gonna kind of alternate around the plate with pieces of what we're calling a panzanella. Not so traditional, but again, I think that's the beauty of Italian cooking, is that the traditions really kind of relate to the person and the cook and the family and the history. So again, this is my version of Italian cooking, right? So we'll just kind of lay the avocado around, really simply around the plate, really highlighting the colors, right? We've got these beautiful greens. We can stand some up, we'll lay some down. So this is taking our place of our tomato, right? Now, got a little bit left of that vinaigrette in the plate. I'm gonna go ahead and season up our avocado. Beautiful. Okay. We're gonna add a nice little crunch to our plate with this Italian sea salt here. And we have our burrata, really beautifully made, right in the center of the dish. Now we're gonna go ahead and season the burrata, again, incorporating seasoning in all our layers. A little fresh cracked pepper, a little bit more of that crunchy salt over it. And we got some flowering basil, so we're gonna go ahead and use up all of that. And with the basil, what I like to do is just kind of rip them into some really interesting shapes, kind of keeping on with the look of the plate of like these squares and these triangles and these oblong pieces. So kind of highlight the burrata, add some color to it, a great pop of flavor, some of that nice beautiful freshness that comes from the basil, right? And then we also have these little basil flowers, so we're gonna make sure that we go ahead and use up all of that, every little part, the basil, the buds, They're all excellent. They're all incredibly flavorful. Maybe add a nice large piece right on top of the burrata. Okay, and we're gonna finish our dish with a great drizzle of olive oil. Use it as a little bit of glue. And we're gonna finish it with a little bit of aged balsamic vinegar. So we have a new balsamic and an aged balsamic. And that's really it. It's as simple as that. A couple ingredients we had in the house. Lots of great texture, lots of great flavor. And the last thing I can do this time is remind you to be safe, stay home, and cook Italian. Enjoy it.